The slap landed with a crack that sliced through the quiet of first class like a whip. Camille Benson blinked, stunned. Her cheek burned where the flight attendant's hand had struck her. For a moment, everything was still. The clink of champagne glasses, the murmur of idle conversation, the rustle of leather seats gone. Passengers gaped, mouths ajar. Some reached for their phones, others simply froze. The woman looming over her Victoria Blaine. As the name tag, Reed looked anything but remorseful. Her blue eyes were cold, her voice sharper than the sting on Camille's face. "You people never know your place," she sneered. Camille's hands trembled as she reached for her phone. One call would change everything. The plane hadn't even left the gate. Dr. Camille Benson had been preparing for this trip for months. As one of the nation's few black female neurosurgeons, her work on neuroplasticity during pregnancy had earned accolades across the medical community. The conference in Boston wasn't just another event. It was the culmination of 3 years of research and an opportunity to change how prenatal care was approached globally. Her husband, Andre, had insisted she fly first class. "You deserve it," he said, cupping her belly, swollen at 7 months with their twin daughters. "Take the room. Take the rest." Camille had relented, opting for the comfort she usually waved away. The morning had started uneventfully. She boarded United Flight 2137 out of Chicago, settled in her seat, tucked her carry-on with her presentation notes beneath her chair, and leaned back with a sigh. And then Victoria walked into the cabin. Camille noticed it immediately the moment their eyes met, the subtle shift in demeanor. Victoria's professional mask faltered. Her tone, warm and efficient with white passengers, turned clipped and icy as she approached Camille. The first slight was minor. Victoria skipped her for the pre-flight beverage. The second, more irritating, a request for water when ignored for 20 minutes. When the water did come, it was spilled on Camille's notes, and Victoria's apology was laced with sarcasm. By the third slighted denial of a pillow to ease the increasing ache in Camille's back, the tension had cracked. Camille, still composed, stated her request clearly and calmly. "I'm 7 months pregnant with twins. I need support for my back." Victoria rolled her eyes. "You people always want special treatment." The words echoed, drawing attention from nearby passengers. Camille's brow furrowed. "I'm asking for a basic medical accommodation." And that's when the slap came. The sting of it barely registered before Camille pulled out her phone. Her hands moved on their own, dialing a number she knew by heart. "Sasha? It's Camille. I've just been assaulted by a flight attendant. O'Hare, United 2137. Still at the gate. I need you." Sasha Green, her former law school roommate and current legal advisor at the Department of Transportation, didn't hesitate. "Stay calm. Help is coming." Minutes later, the captain's voice crackled over the intercom. "Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. We're experiencing a slight delay due to an onboard incident." Victoria's face drained of color. Still, she doubled down. To her colleagues, she lied. Camille had grabbed her wrist, she said, and she reacted to protect herself. But passengers had been watching, recording. A young black man across the aisle spoke up. "I saw everything." She asked for a pillow. "That's it." The plane buzzed with whispering passengers, some sympathetic, others skeptical. 2 airline supervisors boarded. They pulled Victoria aside, conferred with crew, then approached Camille. "Dr. Benson," one began, tone smooth, practiced, "we believe it may be best to rebook you on a later flight." "No," Camille said evenly. "I'm not leaving. I've been assaulted. I haven't violated a single policy. I'm 7 months pregnant. I'm going to Boston today." Soon, airport police arrived. Their condescending smiles said it all. "Ma'am, let's not make this worse. Flying is stressful for everyone." "I have video evidence," Camille replied. "Witnesses. I was slapped." A man in a tailored suit arrived next. Harold Nixon, Director of Customer Affairs. He barely looked at Camille. "I understand you became agitated," he said. Camille stood slowly, the effort clearly painful. "I'm Dr. Camille Benson. I was slapped for requesting a pillow, and I will not be gaslit into silence." A voice cut through the murmuring. I'm with the Department of Transportation. All eyes turned to the woman, now boarding the aircraft. Stephanie Menon, DOT Passenger Rights Division. She showed her badge. This incident requires immediate investigation. Passenger statements were collected. Phones were reviewed. Victoria was escorted off the plane, her glare venomous. The flight departed nearly 2 hours late. Camille remained in her seat, but the air was different. The crew barely acknowledged her. Some passengers stared. Others looked away. When they landed in Boston, her phone exploded. The videos had gone viral. Pregnant doctor slapped on plane. Camille's inbox overflowed with messages supporters, reporters, hate mail. One message stood out, a text from Tara Landers, a former flight attendant who'd worked with Victoria. What happened to you wasn't isolated. Call me. In her hotel room, Camille prepared for her presentation. The conference coordinator, Dr. Alan Chu, approached her with hesitation. Camille, the sponsors, they're worried this will overshadow the science. My research hasn't changed, she said. We're considering rescheduling you for next year. No, Camille Diplaive. I'm presenting tomorrow. Despite the tension, she delivered her findings to a half-filled room. Applause was sparse, but firm. Later, Camille reviewed United's response, a generous statement. Victoria, meanwhile, appeared on cable news, crying about cancel culture. Hate flooded Camille's socials. Her hotel security found a note in her folder. Go home. You don't belong. At the coffee shop, Tara explained everything. Victoria, she said, classified passengers by race. She called it profiling, said it helped her provide appropriate service. Tara handed Camille a flash drive. Complaint records, emails, risk matrices that rated passengers by their social media influence, race, and likelihood of going viral. Camille's legal team pounced. New complaints were filed. United went on the defensive, but the tide had turned. Institutional investors grew wary. 1. Eastgate Holdings called for an internal audit. Their chairman, Bernard Rollins, met privately with Camille. We can't risk our reputation, he said. Soon after, United's board removed its executive team. Victoria was fired. Harold resigned. A new CEO, Teresa Ford, approached Camille. We failed you. We want to implement change. With your permission, we'd like to call it the Benson Protocol. Camille agreed on one condition. Tara was reinstated with full compensation. The Benson Protocol became industry standard. Mandatory anti-discrimination training, external complaint oversight, and transparent accountability. Months later, Camille testified before Congress. Her twins, Lila and Simone, were healthy and growing. Her story, once dismissed as a misunderstanding, was now federal precedent. When she finally flew again, the flight attendant greeted her warmly. Dr. Benson, welcome aboard. Can I get you a pillow? Camille smiled. Yes, thank you. That will be perfect,